principle that govern one's behavior and his conduct. This principle, how do you cultivate it? Where do this principle come from?
All right.
How do you get this principle that you learn and lead yourself to, so that you can control your conduct and your behavior in them whatever position you have been given to operate?
All right. One of the ways one can cultivate it is by looking at those who have gone ahead of you. We have a lot to learn from our fathers, those who have gone ahead of us. They may have their flaws, but there's a strength they have that we can learn from, that we can also emulate and glean from. So one of the ways to emulate that is to look at those who have gone ahead of us and see where they got it right and emulate their strength. Another area, another way we can learn it is being disciplined, being intentional about ourselves. All right, you'll find out that a lot of times, if we are not careful, even if we have some values that we are aware of, there will be that part of us that may seem to want to forget at some point. So we need discipline to keep ourselves reminded and keep ourselves on the tab as we go along in time. And another way we can cultivate it is by running with a vision. When the Bible says where there's no vision, people perish. So when we have a vision before us, most times I tell people, I say, when you have a vision, break your vision into goals. Goals are the excerpt of your vision that is achievable within certain limits of time. So when we have certain things that is occupying us like that, we want to condition ourselves to accomplishing the time target that we have set. That also helps us a lot, because they said an idle man is the devil's workshop. So when a leader is a person who runs with a vision, this is a new year, for instance, you already have a projection of how the whole year is going to be. You find yourself, you're already busy. You don't even have time for other things that are outside of your vision as much as possible. That also helps one to condition oneself so stay within the confine. So that helps you, as you are doing that, you find out that you are already being molded, you're already taming yourself. All right, and by so doing, you are cultivating some of those values as we go along. So that's another way we can cultivate those ethics. Another one, like I must have mentioned earlier, is now we have this sense of accountability to those ahead of us. There is also a sense of accountability to those below us. All right, let us me, I'm a founder of a church. All right, and I say I'm only accountable to my spiritual fathers. My spiritual father is not here all the time. He's not always here. All right, but there are people who are with me, who are under me. I must have a certain expression of accountability to them that shows a degree of openness. So because I am aware that this, just like saying as a parent in the house, you are the head of the home. All right, and even if you are the head, you can't just do everything. Because some things you will do, if you don't do it right, your child is watching you, he's going to emulate it. Because you know you don't want your child to learn certain things, you are on check. So that's a degree of you being accountable to that child, because you're doing things, or you do something, and you're wondering what have I done. You call your child and say, this is why I did this. So the child will get it correctly. So that's a degree of accountability. So even in church, it's needed. So I think a leader should also have that sense that your accountability is not only to those above you, but also to those below you for certain reasons.